I seen some good news this week. General Michael Flynn seems like he is on the path to being exonerated after we've seen handwritten notes leaked from the FBI basically saying that their goal all along was to try and get General Flynn to lie. It's a lot. Basically, the handwritten notes solidified what a lot of us have been saying for the past almost 3 years now. What do you think about what they did to General Michael Flynn, and do you think that he should be exonerated right away?
He should be exonerated right away. It was a miscarriage of justice. It was horrible. It was horrific. I do wonder and question why he decided to plead guilty for something that he didn't do. I know they say that, well, they were threatening to put his son in jail. And they strong-armed him. And I just want to know what exactly were they threatening for him to say, yes, this happened. And you see that the media is now trying to say, well, but he did lie. He lied to the vice president, and that's the reason why he got fired. He lied to the FBI, and that's the reason why they charged him. But when you start looking at this, and I remember hearing Jim Jordan and Andy McCarthy, they were talking about it. And again, the devil is always in the detail. And they were saying that, had he stayed on board with the Trump campaign, he would have immediately saw through this whole thing with them trying to set Trump up with the Russian collusion. He would have seen through it, and he would have stopped it. So they had to make certain that they got dirt on him to push him out of the way. Jim Jordan said this, as well as Andy McCarthy. And I posted the video clips of them talking about this on Twitter. So I would encourage all of our readers to go and look at it. This is very dangerous. That you have people in the FBI that are so corrupt and crooked, but have so much power that they're able to pull something like this off. We're always concerned about the government overreaching or the government doing things that they shouldn't do. Clearly, in this case, the government, the FBI, overreached. And the way it was done in such a manner that these same cast of characters, Comey and McCabe, would come out and talk about it so cavalier as if though it was no big deal. And then for McCabe to get hired by CNN and just like pontificate all these lies to try and validate what he did, and then for Christopher Wray, the current FBI director, to go before Congress and say, there are no issues, there are no problems, we've taken care of them. It makes you wonder, what kind of government, or what kind of people are these people to lie, to try to cover up? Well, some would say, yeah, but Christopher Wray, he's trying to protect the image of the FBI. Dude, you can't protect something that's corrupt. The entire FBI isn't corrupt. But those that are close to power, close to him, his domain, they were and they are. And you would think he would have summarily dismissed them. But this guy walks around and sits around as if though, no big deal. I mean, he had to have seen the records, seen the information, and said, wait, we have a problem here. But the way AG Barr is handling this, like letting it come out little by little so that people can, decide for themselves. I mean, at times I feel as though he's moving too slow, he and John Durham. But there's a method, I'm sure, to what they're doing, because if he just puts it all out there, the liberal media is going to chew it up and dismiss it and hide it. So he has to have a method of letting this information out there so that the American people can look at it. But then it begs the question, are the right people looking at it so that they'll get angry enough to say, hey, we can't allow this to happen? But I think there's so much hate and dislike for President Trump that people aren't seeing here what they're presenting. They're completely oblivious to the fact that you had a 5-star general, 4-star general, who was pretty much just, forced into a situation, set up, and then made to be seen as if though he was guilty, and he wasn't. So, I mean, that is extremely scary, and I believe that unless we win the House, both houses, and the presidency, no one will ever be charged, because I feel that this goes all the way up to Barack Obama. and the higher ups in his administration, the Susan Rice, Samantha Powers. It goes, Valerie Jarrett. It goes all the way to the top. John Brennan included. You noticed we haven't seen a lot of John Brennan now. I don't know if John Durham has questioned him. He's now trying to lay low. But this goes all the way to the top. And the only way these people will be held accountable is if we win both houses and we're able to say, hey, now justice will be served. Because as long as the Democrats are in charge, they will obfuscate and will not look at this. But this does not look good at all.
Right, it does not look good for the FBI. President Trump's been very outspoken. He even mentioned if General Flynn gets exonerated, he said he would consider rehiring General Flynn and making him a part of his administration once again. I could not imagine the liberal media's heads exploding.
Oh, they wouldn't like that at all.
If that ever happened.
Right.
But, yeah, we'll just have to see how it plays out. It's a shame that General Flynn, I've read that he's spent millions of dollars fighting this case. He's had to sell his house and
right.
Lots of pain going through this. That this is his thanks, I guess, for 33 years of service. Not only that, but they accuse him of being a traitor to his country. One of the worst, one of the worst things you can be accused of as a military general. Just disgusting.
For the judge who was handling that to come out and chastise him and to say, borderline that he was a traitor. But I will say this, and if General Flynn is listening, or if he's reading this, and he follows me on Twitter, he has been the consummate professional in handling this. He has been a statesman. He has not come out swinging at anyone. He's always going out with a smile on his face. I mean, he's the quintessential American. And despite everything that he's gone through, he did a tweet and he said, "I still believe in America." Now that's powerful. Because this guy, his life was destroyed. So I hope when all of this is over, and the judge should really throw this out, the president shouldn't have to pardon him, he should throw it out, and when all of this is over, this guy should get book deals on top of book deals, so that he can recoup all of his losses. I mean, he has been such a professional through all of this. I don't know if I could have done it, but that's the act of a true soldier. He knows how to handle himself. When everything is going against him, he knows, I've got to stay the course. I'm not going to betray my country. I'm not going to come out talking bad about my country, because this is my country. That, my patriots, is a true American.
Right.
And hats off.
He was just active on Twitter this week for the first time in, I believe, 3 years. He posted his first tweet, and the first time in 3 years. He's always around reading tweets, though, as Rob said. He follows him and follows almost 30,000 people on Twitter, so he's very interactive with people who have backed him this entire time. If he follows you, you can always send him a nice message. He'll usually always reply. Just seems like a great guy. Really unfortunate what happened.